If you have any question about any of those miracles, we answer right now the message. It was one of the choices of the viewers. If you have any other miracle, just give it to me. And you see, I'm not picking up my cherry. I'm asking you, give me any miracle of your choice. So I want to see some more questions in the side here. And until now, I see only one person is asking questions. I don't know what about the rest. You guys, you have no questions? You don't. None of you is interested to answer those miracles. Don't you see how amazing those miracles are? So let me see. Let me see of you guys, some of you asking questions, if you don't mind. Choose any miracle you want. I want someone else, not Matahari already asked. I want someone else did not ask yet a question. So the list is in front of you. The list is big. Choose for me whatever you like. You know, I'm moving it up and down. You see, this is the list is made by Muslims, and this is their website. Give me one miracle you think it's hard to prove to be false, or anything you want. Which one? You see, I can choose by my own, but then the Muslim, they might say, oh, he's choosing the one he know it's easy to refute, right? And if you are a Muslim, challenge me. Give me from this list, or any, actually, if you have from outside, no problem. Give me anything you want, any miracle you claim to be a miracle. It's a challenge. The miracle of the sea barrier. Where is that? What the name of the miracle there? Does it say that in the name? Give me the name exactly as it is. Do you know what the name here? What the name in the list here? Let us search for the word sea, maybe. Okay, here, sea. We need to switch to English. Because the list is big and it's hard to find out which one is the one we want to find out. Sea. The sea is not mingling. Is that the one you're talking about? Sahano? Is this the one? The sea is not mingling? All right, I think this is the one you're talking about. All right. Again, if you are a Muslim with us here, please give us any of your choice and we will refute it. All right. The sea not mingling with one another. First of all, here you will see, you will notice with me. Sorry. My allergy. You will see speaking about two seas. Two seas. It's not one sea. Look at the picture here. The Muslims, they choose this picture here, and this is supposedly where it's called the delta, you know, where the salty water and the fresh water, they meet together. But in fact, the verse is not speaking about that. This chapter have nothing to do with this. All right, the two seas, they are called two, not one, for a reason. For simply they are two, not one. If we have a fresh water here in this picture here in front of us, and we have salty water in the same time, this is not two sea, this is one sea. Do we agree? If we have, let us say, there is a spring of water coming in the sea, in any sea you want, any shore you want, any beach you want, all right? Sometime it happened. Is that to sea, or this is inside the sea? Let us finish one by one miracle at a time. So right now we are answering the miracle of the sea barrier of Sahino. So as you see here, it says clearly that there is two seas, and those they will never mingle together. You see, seas not. This is the title made by Muslims, but not by me. Seas not mingling with one another, which means they will not be mingling. Correct? But this is not what they are talking about here. What they are talking about, that the fresh water and salty water, is going to take time to be mixed. They will mix at the end. If you add the fresh water in the ocean, it's not going to stay isolated fresh water. No. Simply you have a current of water, of a fresh water, and because it's current in that location, where is the current keep coming, it stay fresh. But every second the fresh water is mixing with the salty water, and the fresh water will not stay fresh water no more. It's going to stay to become salty. But because there's always more new water is coming, it's a spring of water, a river, so a new fresh water is coming. So for very little time, the fresh water and the salty water will not mix. However, this verse have nothing to do with this, and let us prove it. If you go to the interpretation, this is chapter 55, verse number 19 and 20, right? Let us go to the interpretation. Actually, I prefer to go to Ibn Kathir. Let us see Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir, all right, okay. Then again, we are going to take what happened to Ibn Kathir? And you look, anyway. This is chapter 55, verse number 19 and 20. So we will go there, and I will show you how we can expose the lie. 55. I will make the text big, don't worry. I'll go to verse number 19. Yeah, sweet water, fresh water, and salty water, they have different weight, etc. But still, they mix at the end. You know, this is just temporarily. They will not be mixed. If you add a drop of water in a cup, because simply the salty, the fresh water is small compared to the sea water. I mean, as a size, as a volume. So if you can do the same in your I'm trying to increase the, all right. Next page. I'm going to show you that this has nothing to do with the water. Actually, there is a barrier between them, which is a land. The barrier here, because the word the word they translate as a barzakh, sorry, as a barrier, it's a barzakh. All right. There's actually two verses in the Quran speak about it, but anyway, here we go. This is the verse. I'm going to make it big. All right. The word in Arabic here, barzakhan. All right. هو الذي مرج البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهذا ملح أجاج وجعل بينهما برزخا. What is between them? Barzakhan. Let us see what barzakhan means. All right. I'm not the one who is going to give you the answer. The Muslim, they will give you the answer, just to prove, just to show you how Muslims they lie. And it is he who has let free the two seas, etc., etc. You know, there's a barrier. There's a barrier between them. This is what they translate as a barrier, which is barzakh. we see here the word barzakh in Arabic. Barzakh in Arabic mean a dry land between two things. And as long as you are talking about a piece of land, you are talking about water is surrounding. So Allah in the Quran supposedly saying, it is He who separated the fresh water, which is the one you drink from, and the salty water. This is not about the same sea. No, there's two sea. And here we go. Between them there's a barrier, which is none of them can transgress. None of them can transgress. Is this the case in the ocean? No. If you put salty water and fresh water together, they will mix. They will mix. But in the beginning they will not, for like until the salt like adjust in the fresh water, and then they will go and mix. Then, meaning He has placed a barrier of land between those two type of water. Do you see it? Do you see it? I'm not the one saying that. Isn't it clear? So why they are lying? Why they are lying? Why the Muslims are making it a miracle when it's nothing? What is the miracle there? Telling me there is a fresh water in the dry land, like lake or river, and there is salty water. They are not mixed. Actually, this is false. They are mixed. They are mixed. And I will tell you how they are mixed. Because the fresh water is a sea water anyway. It's a cycle. The idiot who made the Quran, he think that the fresh water is staying in fresh water forever. This is why it says will never transgress. The fact this is false. Because the sea water is the one by the sun, by the heat of the sun, will vibrate and became a steam, and then the steam will become a cloud, and then the cloud became rain, and then we have a fresh water. But they are very much mixed. Not only mixed, actually the salty water is the source of all the water. There's nothing called a fresh water. Fresh water is based on the process of the sun heating the sea. All the water is coming from the sea. And then the fresh water go back to the sea. Like who said it doesn't? Because imagine if always the sea give us a steam, and then the steam became a cloud, and then the cloud became rain, and then the rain became a fresh water, and then they are separated as in here. They will never transgress. Do you see it? They cannot. This is false, which means it's showing an error here actually, because the salty water and the fresh water always they will mix together again, because the fresh water, the rain will go back to the sea. It's a cycle. It is nothing but a cycle. You know, all the water is coming from the ocean. All right. So obviously it is a scam, correct? Anyone here don't have is not convinced yet? Anyone is not convinced? Yeah, actually I spoke about those miracles in my two books, The Deception of Allah and Quran and Science. And the reason I spoke about them, because there's many can be deceived. You see, you do not know how to find the information, even though like here now it doesn't take us really much of an effort, because even it's translated. Now Ibn Kathir, if I open my camera now for you and I show you the books of Ibn Kathir I have, and Ibn Kathir in English, you will laugh. Ibn Kathir in English is in a diet. Ibn Kathir, you know what diet mean? There is Ibn Kathir in English is very skinny. In Arabic is really big. So even the Muslim, they took off a lot of Ibn Kathir translation off, trying to hide the truth. Still, with whatever left, we can prove that Islam is a fabrication. And actually here, this is just a proof that this is a lie, and this is an error. because the fresh water and the salty water, they are not only mixing, the fresh water is coming from the salty water. The source of the fresh water is the salty water. According to this verse, the one who made the Quran saying that those would never mix and they are separated. There's two seas and they will never transgress between each other. And why? Because there's a barrier between them. This is absolutely false. All right. Now, actually, if you continue here reading, you will notice there's something wrong there too. I don't know if you guys can notice. Anyone can help me? Anyone here notice something? Who can help me here? Anyone notice something? Come on. There's a problem in front of us. Here. Let me point my text. Anything wrong here? Nobody knows? Where is the education, guys? Okay, where we can find pearls and where we can find what is called al-murjan. Let us see what we translate the murjan into English. Murjan. I will go to, just to be sure from the meaning, English correct meaning. Google translation, al-murjan. The coral, murjan is a coral. All right. Anyone notice what the problem here? There's pearls and there's murjan, which is coral. Both are coming from the fresh water and from the salty water. Is that correct? What is the coral grow? Do the coral grow in the salty water? Anyone can help me? Do the coral grow in a salty water? It doesn't, right? You notice here it says that guys, I will answer all your questions just one by one. Let's finish this one and you can ask me the second one about any miracle you want. We don't want to talk about errors now. Actually, we want to talk about the miracles. So don't focus on the error. But as long as we are in this page, I want to show you why Muslims don't talk about this one, because this is showing an error. Because it says that from both of them, which means from the fresh water and the salty water, we got pearls and coral, and that's a mistake. Coral grow in a fresh water. I'm not sure about the pearls that they grow in a salty and a fresh water together, but I believe you know, if you go and search, you will find that the coral they grow in a fresh water. So here there's a mistake.